man. Rock's not dead, it just smells bad.
Hello and welcome to episode 4 of the Rock's Not Dead, It Just Smells Bad podcast with your host Tom Auton.
And myself, Dan Weaver.
And what is today's topic, Tom?
Well, today's topic, Tom, is TV talent shows. Now, a lot of people have a lot of strong opinions about TV talent shows. We're talking X Factor, Britain's Got Talent, even going back to like Pop Idol, stuff like that.
Works, all of them.
All that stuff. Are they good? Are they bad? And do you think they've had an ultimately good effect on musicians starting out?
I think they've had... I honestly think that these are the worst things that could have ever happened to musicians ever.
I had a feeling you'd say that.
Right?
Yeah.
I there's nothing real about them. I think the worst thing for me is that it's created this kind of like idea that you can be singing in your bedroom 1 minute and the next minute you can be a star. You fucking can't. That is the absolute opposite of what music is.
It takes out all like the idea just about the actual work that goes into it. Like you have to put in your 10,000 hours, you have to put in your time and the networking and all of it. And it kind of just promotes that idea of like an overnight success where you get on stage one day and then you're famous.
It's just that's exactly it. But that's just like not what music is about. It's not what any musician in the history of the entire world has done.
Yeah.
That's never happened to anyone apart from these TV shows. I mean, even then, arguably, it's like they probably would have tried for that TV show about 5 years running.
Yeah, that's true.
So they've, but it's just crazy, and it's bred these people that are coming out that they're artists, whatever. They've sung in their bedroom a few times, they've posted a few videos, and they expect the world to fall at their feet because of this image that it's been painted on these TV shows, and they expect a lot for fuck all work.
Do you know what? I find that as well, because I mean, for me, like 90% of an artist or a successful musician is like creating original material. Like, have you ever seen like an act on X Factor or Britain's Got Talent where they like aren't doing a cover? Like 90% of the time,
I think 99% of the time,
like
it's all covers.
They're doing like a cover of like Adele or something, and then they're like, just all over TV, all over social media, all over magazines and stuff.
Yeah, the funny thing is though, it's like, they'll have, a musical director on that show that's probably written and arranged all the music for them. Yeah. And then they come on and perform the song and it's like, oh, you really made that song your own. And it's like, oh, fuck off.
Oh yeah, because they're playing with the house band as well, and they've been arranging it for like the past week
I'm
or
sure
two.
the house band were of writing every little bit of note. Like, they fuck?
It's mad, isn't it?
It's crazy. No, I honestly think they are the worst things that could have ever happened to musicians. They just create the total wrong idea of what a hard-working musician should do. I actually have a personal story. I'm not sure if you know about this.
No, come on, tell me.
So when I was 16, I actually went on the X Factor.
No, you didn't.
I did.
I didn't know that.
You didn't know that. And I made it to judges' houses.
Did you really?
I did, but I didn't get shown on TV. Right? And thank fuck for that, because
I would have loved that.
I would not have. And it's funny because I dread to think actually what would have happened if I had been shown.
Oh, what would have happened is I would have had loads of memes to like fuck about with in band practice just to annoy you.
This is true. But the one thing I actually took from it was just the way they treated the artists, which I actually found fucking ridiculous. Right?
Oh, go on.
So I think it was, there's a few auditions you have to do before you actually audition for the judges, right? Mm-hmm. And the year I was doing it, it was Nick Grimshaw from Radio 1, Rita Ora, love her, and Cheryl Cole and Simon Cowell. They were the judges.
Oh, yeah,
there.
yeah.
So four, good maths, good counting. 4 judges, anyway. So I had to get there, this is the judges thing now, for something like 6 o'clock in the morning in London.
Wow. Oh,
right?
Fuck me, in London too.
I got there for 6 o'clock, so which means we left at 2 or whatever it was from Cardiff, because they just assumed that everyone lives.
Well, you left at 2 in the morning.
It was roundabout.
You didn't go like the day before.
No.
I mean, you must have been knackered.
So. Yeah. Well, no, because I don't think we could afford like a hotel or whatever at the time. Maybe we could, but who knows? We didn't for whatever reason.
Enough, yeah.
And then so we got there like stupid early in the morning. So we get there. And then we get told to queue for 2 hours whilst they film us.
Really?
Right? So bear in mind, you get there stupid early o'clock in the...
Oh, is this for the first audition?
Yeah. Sorry, this is for the televised first one, right? So they film you for the first one. They film everyone queuing up, and it's like, 6, 7, 8 o'clock in the morning, right? and you finish this filming, and you think, great, okay, cool. Now it's time to go see the judges. Great, whatever. You go in, and we were waiting round, and I shit you not, right? We were there for 12 hours.
Really?
I went on to go and do the performance, at something like, it was something stupid, like 9 o'clock at night.
That's a long day, man.
Yeah, and it was crazy. But get this, right? This is the worst part. So about 15 to 20 minutes before I go on, one of the producers come up to me and say, hey, Tom, really sorry, we've got some bad news. You won't be able to sing with your guitar. And I was like,
why?
The fuck? Why? And he said, well, for some reason, Simon's just decided that he doesn't like boys with guitars. And I was like, now, as of 20 minutes ago, he has just made this decision that he doesn't like boys with guitars, right? Bear in mind, like, for me at the time, playing with a guitar was very much like a comfort blanket. It was like, I'd never sung without it. It was just part of me performing. I mean, I wouldn't want to do it now, for fuck's sake. It's just like...
Yeah, to be honest, man, like, I mean, I've done the odd, like, open mic where I do, like, acoustic guitar and vocals and things. I couldn't, like, imagine just singing, like, without... It would be insane for me to even do. I couldn't do it.
I'll one-up this.
Yeah, go on.
The first audition that we had was the one year that they did it in Wembley Stadium.
Are you serious?
9,000 people.
God. Really?
9,000 people. Like, like normally the first X Factor audition is where it's like it's just them four in a room.
Yeah, and it's an empty room.
Yeah, 9,000 people. They told me I couldn't sing without my guitar. So I was like, well, fuck, I haven't got a back. I've only had like one backing track prepared. Yeah. They tell you to prepare like 5 songs.
Yeah.
Right? And if you go on and you sing your first song, and when they're like, oh, have you got anything else? They know you do. They've got a sheet in front of them with the other 4 songs that you've prepared. And they go, oh, do you know any whatever? Do you know any George Ezra?
Yeah.
And you go, oh, by coincidence, I do. How did you?
Yeah,
how did you know that? And so, of course, I go on there and I had to sing like, oh no, it was 2 songs I had. I had 2 songs like made in a backing track, super shit. Like
really?
just for the sake of like, they're never going to ask me to do these.
Yeah.
Like,
what were they?
It was a George Ezra song. I think it might have been Budapest.
Probably would have been.
Would have been at the time. Yeah, I think I was like maybe 16 at the time. Big song. Yeah. And some other fucking twat of a song. It didn't matter. It was crap anyway. Yeah. It wasn't the first choice I wanted to sing anyway.
Yeah.
Not that my first choice. I think my first choice was like James Bay or some shit. But you get the idea.
I get the
and yeah, so 15.
Oh, watch out.
They're going. Yeah, so let's see if that's gonna stay. No, not gonna stay. Great. So yeah, 15 minutes before I'm about to go on, they tell me I can't sing with my guitar. So of course I'm fucking shitting my pants.
That would really mess me up.
Already shitting my pants. 9,000 people, Rita Ora.
Yeah.
You get the idea.
Yeah, mate.
Yeah. And but it's just I felt that just like a horrendous way. I was 16 at the time.
Yeah.
It was like for me, a lot of that really shaped like myself. And I just found it like a horrible experience. And another story, again, I'm not sure if this is true, and I'm pretty sure actually I signed a contract that I basically couldn't shit talk about the X Factor for like 10 years, but
really?
I'm pretty sure it's something
God.
like that. Yeah, I didn't read the fucking contract. Yeah. You don't. It's just like, oh, you can come in if you sign this. Yeah, cool, fine.
But do you know what's mad about that story is they've made this like general sweeping statement, I don't want to see any boys with guitars. It shows that they already have something in mind that they want. They're not really all that interested in this individual thing that somebody might bring in as an artist. They're looking for some kind of like poster boy that can be in the charts next week. You know what I mean?
And touching on that point of the fact that they already have something in mind, right? Yeah. This is a story from a friend who I won't name, but who auditioned for Britain's Got Talent.
Okay.
Not long, actually, around about the same period that I did the whole X Factor thing.
Yeah, sure.
And they, cut a long story short, they were about to go on to play their song. And it's an original song, Britain's Got Talent. They're more likely to let you do that sort of thing on Britain's Got Talent.
Yeah.
And he went on. Before he went on, the producer came up to him and said, "Right," as kind of kind of hinted to him that if you say this song is about your granddad who's ill,
yeah,
right, and he's like, then you'll do well, sort of thing. But bear in mind the song, and he was like, what the fuck? The song's about a love song, and it's saying like, baby, I love you tonight, I want to hold you, all this shit, basically, right? And he was like,
was it Sexy Back by Justin Timberlake?
It was not. But he was saying essentially this song had nothing to do with his granddad.
Yeah.
It was a love song. But they said, they said they can edit those bits out and just keep the bits that sound like it's related to him.
But surely people know like the song. If it was a cover.
It was an original song.
An original
song,
okay,
right?
Yeah.
And so he and then the producer just assumed that he would go on and do it, considering
TV and all that
TV,
kind of shit,
and you're being told by a producer, if you do this, you're going to be likely to go through. So he goes on. He doesn't say that. He says it's a song about my girlfriend or whatever it was.
Yeah.
And he comes off the stage, and if the producer didn't hear what the guy sung on stage, right?
Yeah.
And he just assumed that he went along with it. And he shook his hand and said, "Well done, mate." Bear in mind, the guy didn't get through, right?
Yeah.
So the producer assumes that he said it was about his granddad and assumed that he got through. The guy comes off, the producer shakes his hand and says, "Well done, mate." He shakes his hand. In his hand was a contract to finish third.
Really? No way.
I'm not saying that this is gospel. This is what a guy told me. But this doesn't surprise me at all. Based on the story that I've just told you.
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. I mean, there's been loads of things over the years about how they're rigged, apparently. Like, do you remember that one time where, what's his face, Dermot O'Leary?
Yeah.
Was about to announce the person who did it, and he accidentally, said the wrong name or something before he, opened the... He said the name...
Oh, he said the name of the person that was going through before he opened
He said the
slip.
name of the person who was going... He said, congratulations, I don't know, fucker.
Rachel.
You're going through... You're going through to the next round.
Congratulations, fucker.
Yeah, and then he was like, "Oh, I haven't opened the letter," or whatever, and it's ridiculous.
Again, I don't want to say that's gospel. I don't want to say that I don't know that's entirely 100% true. However, I believe it.
I believe it.
I believe that happened, and
something from that story as well, the sob stories.
Oh fuck me, they're dreadful.
What is that about? They've given this weird idea that you have to have some sort of tragedy in your life.
Yeah, your nan's died, or you've got fucking toe cancer. It's what? Why? Why do you need to have these things when you don't?
It's my dad's been living in a wheelbarrow for the past 6 years. You know what I mean? It's it's like the sympathy vote. It pulls on their heartstrings and things, but it, if anything, detracts away from any talent. But it's a
TV show.
It's a TV show.
It's not. It's nothing to do. The word talent definitely comes to the latter of TV. TV is the most important fact of TV talent show.
Yeah.
Right. If it doesn't make good TV, well, I use the word good TV in quotation marks because it's dog shit. I really don't think it's their idea of good TV, but it's not. But yeah, just to kind of I've given you a very two very sort of, what's the word, fucking disgusting examples.
Well, yeah, I mean they're pretty shocking.
They're horrendous, right?
Really
and I
bad.
mean, I'm probably one of thousands, hundreds of thousands, tens of thousands of people, whatever, that have auditioned and probably had the similar, if not worse, experiences than I have with that show. Yeah. And
I mean, I've heard lots of bad things, but I mean, the biggest thing for me is that they're just so clearly not looking for some organic talent. It's not what it's about.
They make it out as if that they're after,
some needle in the haystack, diamond in the rough.
Yeah. We found this guy who's been singing in his bedroom, and reality it probably is. He's been probably gigging, he or she or they, or they've been gigging for years, probably.
Yeah.
And then they just spin this story of, I just started singing yesterday, mate. I just thought it's a great idea to fucking sing, mate, and turns out I'm pretty fucking good at it. It's it's clearly not. That just doesn't happen.
Yeah. What do you think of the voice? Because quite often that tends to be
I think that's still the same barrel of shite. They just made it look a little bit better. They just polished it a little bit more. Yeah,
quite often they're kind of I don't want to say semi-professional, but singers who are working singers.
I prefer the
time.
concept of the voice because you've actually got people who are probably more than likely going to be good at what they do.
Yeah, that's true.
But doesn't necessarily mean that they're ready to be original artists releasing music. It's a step in the right direction, but I don't think it's still the same sack of shite that the rest of them.
Because mate, do you remember when you used to on Britain's Got Talent where they didn't filter out the bad people and they purposely made a whole point of we're gonna have 2 or 3 really, really embarrassing people on at the start of this episode. And mate, I don't know if I can see the entertainment value, but what a horrible thing to do to somebody.
Yeah, you know what I mean? The part of me hopes that those people were put up to it and deliberately did it, rather than people who actually thought they had a chance and actually, because that's worse. If it's generally the fact that there's some people that thought that they were good, genuinely thought they were good. Their family and friends have told them that they were really good, and the producers have egged that on. Yeah, and then to go and humiliate them is horrible. And I think part of me hopes that they were actors.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, if you paid me a good amount of money, I probably would sing Puppy Love, like in the style of Metallica on national TV. So, I can get it if it's paid. But
Yeah. I mean, there's not a lot I wouldn't do for 100 quid. However,
yeah, mate.
It's to kind of circle back to the question, like, I genuinely think they are scum.
Yeah. I'd be inclined to agree. Like, it's just gives a total misrepresentation of what music is about. It promotes all of the
wrong things.
It promotes all the wrong things. It promotes the kind of do anything to be successful kind of thing, like the sob stories that, like you said, if that anecdote is true, like the sob stories aren't even necessarily always true.
Well, some of them might be, but
I'm sure
I wouldn't be surprised that
but
a lot of them are just like, oh, just say this and you'll get through.
Yeah,
sort of
man.
thing.
And just, yeah, I don't know. It's just, there's a lot of bad. I struggle to see the good in it, to be honest.
No, I agree. I mean, at a point, if you were a good singer, maybe, and there has been a very small percentage of people that have used it to their advantage.
Yeah.
And good for them.
Yeah.
There's been a few people that say, for example, that had a plan or like an agenda pre and post competition.
Yeah.
So they were using it to gain something from it. They weren't just going on and they're expecting, everyone to lick their ass and everyone to do the work for them. I think if you could have used it in a good way, that if you went on there, say, for example, you had a tour. Yeah. Tour was planned post X Factor, Britain's Got Talent, whatever.
Sure.
One of the shows, one of the big ones. You went on there. If you're a very, very good singer or whatever, you're more than likely gonna get shown.
Yeah, for sure.
You're gonna get shown on TV, and if you use that to your advantage, and maybe you think, well, I'm only gonna get to whatever, this stage, that stage, and you've got those people for a short amount of time. If you can try and convert them, into people that will then come buy tickets to your shows, great.
Well, yeah, it can potentially be a good sort of publicity thing.
Yeah.
Like, I'm appearing on the X Factor, going to be at Wembley. And
sell
then
some more tickets for already a pre-existing business.
Yeah, for sure. I mean,
good for you. And that's great.
I think if you're in the kind of genre, because quite often these shows, it's all pop music, really.
Yeah. I mean, you don't get anything else.
Yeah. Then, like, you can sort of use it to maybe springboard onto something else and get some more ticket sales.
Yeah, that is the only thing I would say is good for.
But other than that, there's a lot of toxic sort of stuff there. Like, I think it can be quite easy to lose, like, maybe what you started out with. For example, like, even like the big successful ones that were on there, like, One Direction and such, they all went on as solo acts. And then I always kind of remember they were kind of forced to be a band. I don't think they really chose to be a band.
No, I think it was kind of like, we won't put you through as solos, but if you join together, you'll go through.
Yeah,
and I think, to be honest, the competition attracted those kinds of people, the kinds of people that would just put aside their artistic sort of like, I don't care, I just want to be famous.
Yeah,
that is what those kinds of people are. If someone was like, Tom, would you, if I to give you a record deal, would you ditch the band? Would you go solo? And would you do a completely different genre? No, I wouldn't.
Yeah,
because I have integrity.
Yeah,
and I know that what I'm doing is hopefully gonna get where I want it to go.
Yeah.
But whereas the other kinds of people would just be like, fuck it, yeah, £1 million record deal, let's go, don't care what it's for, I just want fame.
Yeah, it's kind of just like really makes a point of just getting rid of any kind of artistic integrity, just originality. You kind of just end up being just doing what you're told, and then just kind of doing whatever it takes just for the sake of fame, not even really like doing something that's artistically satisfying to you. It's just like...
Yeah, I'd argue and even say that the kinds of people that are going on these shows aren't musicians.
Yeah.
Some of them might be. I'm going to say maybe 10% of them might be, and they've got a plan to use it, fine, great. But 90% of them are just fame-hungry fucking bastards.
Yeah.
That'll just do anything for 10 seconds on the telly.
Yeah.
And they don't really care,
well, it's like, I don't know, you never see like a serious like songwriter sort of going down that route,
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's just one of those things that I'm not a huge fan. As you can tell, I'm not a huge fan
of the
whole thing. I can see that there's benefits for it, and if you can use them for your benefit, that's great.
Yeah.
I think good for you. Well done. But yeah, on the whole, I think they kind of suck ass. Yeah,
I mean, the thing is it's less being in the music industry, it's more being in reality TV. That's what it is.
Yeah. Again, like I said, it's just one of those things. But I think they've finished the X Factor.
Did
now.
they? Well, I mean, there's still
Who knows?
some-
They could have been. I stopped paying attention years ago.
I mean,
but
I did too, but
yeah,
it does seem to. I mean, there's a lot wrong with it. You know, it's kind of anything for fame.
that's it. Well, we've kind of circled on that a little
Yeah.
bit, and I think
I think that probably brings it to a head. We think it's bad.
we think it's shite.
Yeah.
Cool. So the next section of the podcast is normally where we would get people to send in questions.
Yes.
And I wanted to spin it slightly differently this week. So
Uh-huh.
I actually posted a question myself earlier this week.
Yeah.
And I know I've got a big sort of, not database, that's the wrong word, a big sort of following of musicians on
Sure,
my
yeah.
social media. So there's a mixture of people who like my stuff, but who also are musicians. So I posted a question that was kind of specifically related to musicians. And I said, I'm experiencing some writer's block, which I was.
Yeah, I remember. I saw
And
that.
I said, what are your best ways of dealing with it? Because for me, having different methods in the bank to try if I am sort of like experiencing, whatever, a mental block, a writer's block, whatever, I feel it's great to have some options to try.
Yeah.
And I actually just wanted to just read them out.
Yeah, well,
as
it's
the
really
sake of,
interesting.
like,
I
some-
saw some of the comments on these, and there were some really interesting choices there.
Yeah, well, there was people
Yeah.
that commented on the post, but there was also people that responded to the story, which is
Oh, great. Yeah,
actually
yeah.
a lot. I had some even better responses from that.
Because sometimes I find, like, as an artist, like sometimes when you sit down and be like, right, this is the time that I have to write a song, I have to write this melody and such, it can be really restricting.
Yeah.
Like you're already kind of putting yourself into a box just from the get-go.
That's it.
And
yeah.
it can be good to have some different methods that kind of free you up
100%.
creatively.
Creatively.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm just, if you are a musician and you're watching, I'm just gonna like just plow through a load of them, and just if any of them resonate with you, that's great. So I had one from Lloyd. Lloyd says, listen to a genre you wouldn't normally listen to, i.e., house or rap, and try and replicate that within your own genre. Interesting.
That's a good one. I like that one.
So Pat says, trying new things and going new places sounds cheesy but can trigger inspiration. That's fair. Going to somewhere you've never been before.
Yeah, so quite a literal, if you're trying to like write something, just taking some inspiration from like the outside world.
Somewhere new. Just do something you don't break the kind of routine. Just go somewhere new. Be it, maybe someone you've had on your bucket list to go and try and see. It could be climb a mountain somewhere. It could be go and look at a park. No one looks at parks, but walk around a park. I'm going to go look at a park, I am. You get the idea, right?
Yeah.
I've had a few people saying jamming, which is
Jamming's good.
Yeah.
I mean, it's something, well, we spoke about this earlier.
Yeah.
It was like, sometimes something that I find is like, sometimes it's good to just sit and play rather than sit and write.
Yeah.
So like sometimes if you just sat down and you're like, I have to get something out now that's productive. But if you just sit down and play, maybe you'll have a sound or a chord and you're just enjoying the feeling of letting that come out from you.
Yeah.
And then,
Well, just playing.
Something good can come from that.
Yeah, I rarely do that, man. I'm always in writing mode. I'm always like, I've got to write a song, and that's just why I always get mental blocks. I'd say like more of my time is spent being blocked than it is actually creating, which sucks. It just sucks so bad. But yeah, that's a great point. We've had get a cuppa and have 5.
Have a break.
That's always a good idea.
If it's not coming, maybe you shouldn't be doing it right at that second. Come back to it.
That's true. I've got read a book. That's always not a bad shout. I mean, I hate reading personally. However, I could see how getting lost and immersed in like another world, be it a book, could be great.
I mean, if we could read, that'd be great.
If we could read. Yeah, if only. if only. We've got a few not so helpful ones. We've got smack yourself across the face with a brick, drown a toddler.
Who said that? or shouldn't we say?
No, I'm not going to say. Because they have a decent career, actually, and I think that might end it for them.
Man, I've run out of toddlers.
Fuck's sake. Have a wank. Yeah, that's Max. That's
Okay, thanks, Max.
That's very good. We've got sometimes just go for a walk or leave it. Don't force it. Just come back to another time. Yeah, that's also great
that's
advice.
good.
But then I find that I never come back to it because I find I hate it. So that's good.
Take the pressure off.
Take the pressure.
Yeah.
Jake says, pick up poetry anthology and get a hot brew on the go.
Oh.
You know what? Poetry is not something I've actually looked at all that much.
Well, do you know what? Some interesting things can come of poetry.
Yeah, no, I imagine that's probably a really good idea to try.
Yeah, I know there's a lot of like musicians and songwriters that like started out as poets first.
Well, that's essentially what a lot of songs are.
It's what it kind of is.
Some, not all.
And you might even just see like a phrase. Well, like something that I actually found was a good one. I don't know if it'll be on the list, but I saw a video where someone recommended typing in like a certain genre of book into Amazon for what the type of song you want to write. Like type in like romance novels into Amazon and just look at all the titles of the books.
So like a title to start you off?
Yeah, as a title to start off like your lyrics or like, so.
That's a great idea.
You could type in like murder mystery stuff. So maybe you could get something that could be more lean to like a rock song or something.
Yeah.
And just see what.
That's great.
If something
I
grabs
like
you.
that.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. Yeah, that's great. Yeah. I really rate that. Then Sam says eat shish kebab and chapati bread.
I mean, that's how I usually start.
That's generally how Sam deals with most of his problems, is just get a kebab.
Yeah, he loves a sheesh. That
he does.
boy.
Right,
He
that
loves
was
a sheesh.
Instagram. But I actually had a few people comment on Facebook as well.
I remember I read one of the comments, and I remember I don't remember who posted it. You may be able to see it there, but he called it the David Bowie method.
Yeah, it was Eva
a
from
good one.
Crystalline. Actually,
Eva from Crystalline.
Yeah,
Great.
Eva put down. She said the David Bowie method. Bowie.
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 Yeah.
David Bowie. She said, myself and another band member wrote a bunch of random sentences about how we were feeling at the time onto pieces of paper, read them out one at a time, and slowly arranged them into a song. So essentially what that is writing just one-liners, rip it up in a bit of paper,
Yeah.
put it on the floor, keep going, loads of different things, and then just arrange them randomly and see if there's something that works. And I actually think that's a really good idea.
Connect the dots. Yeah.
Yeah. That's a great idea.
It's a good one because I think when you introduce a bit of randomness into your process, you can stumble on things that you wouldn't if you were doing it in a really strict, forced way.
Well, that's partly the whole thing about jamming, because jamming's random. Jamming is just whatever's coming to you at the moment. And I think that's why another thing that, is to not sort of put yourself in that box and just to write it, not to write, just to play.
Yeah, I mean, just see
out.
what comes out based on like how you're feeling in that moment. Like, just play, see what happens.
What else we had? Sam Hibbard, friend of mine from Scotland, says, I try to find the new headspace because it's frustrating when you constantly try to write but nothing comes out. So finding things to inspire you and energize you, like sport, film, books, other hobbies, and even documentaries and other songwriters, which I actually think is a really good point. I got super inspired when I watched the Rockfield documentary.
Oh, that's great. Yeah.
So it was just talking about all the amazing people that went to Rockfield, recorded there, the kind of the songs that were done there. I think it was Yellow, Coldplay was written.
Yeah, I saw the same documentary.
There's the Wonderwall wall,
loads of great people
with Oasis. That was written there. And Queen, I mean, not written, but Bohemian, one of the Queen songs.
They did, yeah.
They did?
Yeah, I saw the same documentary. Lots of Queen stuff was there.
Yeah, I thought...
And part of Bohemian Rhapsody, like the film, like the biopic, was set in Rockfield. So
crazy.
It's great, man.
But yeah, hopefully there was some good advice for anyone that that is struggling to write any songs. Yeah. Because I get that a lot.
Well, actually, one that I know of that's pretty good is kind of just... For example, if you're somebody that plays one instrument, find a way to approach that instrument differently. So like with guitar, that could be like playing a tuning that you've never played in before.
That's a good point.
So like all your chord shapes will be unfamiliar, so you'll have to find new things and find new
voicings of chords. That is massive.
Exactly.
Yeah,
or even like if you're a guitarist, maybe you play like a tiny bit of piano, just try it on piano and just see how it translates.
Just see what...
Experiment, do different things.
100%. Yeah, different instruments, if you're able to, as well, is huge, is great.
Yeah.
Cool. I think there's some good tips there. I thought I'd do that rather than just get sent fucking, can you eat a shish kebab in 5 minutes? Like, yeah, probably could, but there's some more helpful advice there.
Definitely can.
I mean, I definitely could, no question. Easy. Probably less.
I could probably do 2.
You know what? I've actually
shish kebabs
timed
in 5
myself
minutes.
eating toast before.
What's your record?
I've eaten 2 slices of toast in 45 seconds.
That's pretty fast, man.
Yeah.
Was there anything on the toast, or just go in dry?
Oh, toast. No, that'd be horrible. I think it's easier with stuff, right?
Yeah, it's easier with stuff.
Yeah, I had Marmite, and that's my favorite. Marmite, bit of butter, Marmite. And...
I reckon I could eat 2 bits of toast.
Just because I crunched it up, and it was all...
Yeah, I tend to fold my bits of toast into one and just...
Like a calzone
just
toast.
Put them in like a ball in my mouth.
Good.
And just...
Yeah, toast ball.
Toast ball.
The
Welsh delicacy. Yeah.
Come to Wales for lava bread, sheep, and toast ball.
Toast ball.
That is it. Right, we have now reached the next part of the podcast.
Is it that time again?
It is that time. It is Gargaloki. I'm going to do some weird effects, and that's going to sound great.
Yeah, chuck loads of delay on there. And
loads of delay. Gargaloki. Or gargle song sing, whatever. Or water gargle song sing, whatever the fuck it's called. Okay, so Dan Weaver,
Yes.
Would you like to go first? I know that you don't plan any of the songs you want to do beforehand. I have planned because
Yeah.
I find that I can't choose the songs.
Yeah. Well, I know that our fans enjoy the fan being my mum.
Yes.
They enjoy
Thank you
just
for
the
clarifying.
variety. It's nice to
Spontaneity.
Yeah, spontaneity. Yes. Is
that a word?
Spontaneity. Yeah.
Is it?
I think spontaneity with an A.
Spontaneousness.
Yeah, spontaneity. Yeah. Fuck man, I need to think of a song.
Yeah.
Okay, I've got one. All right. Fuck, it's really high. It's the song. It's this.
You could do it lower.
Okay. Oh, but where's the fun? Okay, you ready?
Okay. Yeah. Nah, no idea.
Oh, do you want to guess? Do you want a clue?
Yeah, go give me a clue.
Fuck, that went the wrong way. The singer's an interesting guy. He's done some solo work. They're named after a government department.
Nope.
It's Roxanne by the Police.
Oh, okay. I find that when I watch these back, they're obvious.
Yeah. Did you not get?
Unfortunately not.
That's a shame.
Okay, I'm gonna swap one of these out actually because I feel like this one's just a bit crap.
Oh, that was horrible.
Yeah, it was also horrible for me and probably for anyone else that's watching.
For everyone at home.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Oh, I know it. It's "Make It With You" by Queens of the Stone Age.
I thought it would have been way too hard without the.
Yeah, no.
I think that helped.
That did help a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, that was good. I like that one.
There you go. That was probably my most successful one to date. It's taken me 4 episodes to learn how to
I
gargle.
finally guessed one.
Yes, that is true.
Oh dear.
All right, want to go for another one? I love the fact that I can just see the cogs in your head going like,
I'm
what the
really,
fuck am I
I'm
going to
really
do?
thinking about like.
And I love this.
I'm really thinking about a song. Okay, I got one.
Okay. It's familiar. Oh wait, is that meant to be? You added a few extra notes in there, which I liked.
Jazz
Take Me
it up.
Out.
Yeah.
Franz Ferdinand.
Yeah, you got it.
But we're getting good at this.
Yeah, but it's just taken 4 weeks.
Okay.
Oh, go on, do it.
I'm gonna have to do the drums because otherwise it won't make any sense, right?
Okay.
So you've got
You can gargle the drums. Is it Another One Bites the Dust by Queen?
I loved it if it was though. Hang on.
Oh no! Is it Troubles Coming by Royal Blood? No way, it's not. Oh man.
Where did that go?
Mostly on me, to be honest.
Sorry, man. Yeah. The drums, they help. They help.
Well, I got the.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Do you want to do one more?
I just enjoy it so much every week. Yeah,
that's good.
It's the highlight of my week. This.
I have moistened your face a little bit there.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like I've been out in a fucking shower, mate.
Out in a shower.
Out in a shower.
Out in the shower.
Been out in a shower.
I
mate.
tell you what, I don't like being in the shower. I love being out in the shower.
You know, like rain.
God, no.
Oh dear. Are we doing another one?
You can. I don't think I have another one planned, but if one comes to me.
Okay. Well, I'll end with this one because it's probably gonna be fucking ridiculous.
Okay. All right. So aggressive. Could you gargle softer? It's just like. The me theme tune. Oh.
I'm gonna do it. It's a really famous song, man.
This sounds it. Sorry, for those that are listening on Spotify, there's some fantastic hand movements that I really do recommend heading over to YouTube just to watch the hand movements. We're at about 35 minutes. Please do skip to 35 minutes to watch the hand movements. I have no idea what that was.
Oh, that was Puppy Love by Donny Osmond.
I don't even think I know that.
So they called it Puppy Love.
Oh, okay, I know that bit.
That's the only bit I know too.
Oh, that's all you were singing?
I was just doing it over and over again.
Fantastic.
Oh, man.
Yeah, all right, that's great. Good job.
Thank you.
Good job, man. Okay, so we come to the final part of the podcast.
Sorry, I need to compose myself for a minute.
It's just they were so aggressive. It's like say, I'm going to give you an example of
Go on.
That's like it was. It's a lot of fucking force went into that. You know,
I was singing from the heart, mate.
Singing from the heart.
I just love puppies.
Yep, that's good. Right, give me some great local music that you would like to shout out this week. Dan Weaver, what is it?
Oh, well, I mean, if you live in the Cardiff area or you've been to any kind of rock show in south of the country, of South Wales, it's a band called Chroma. They're incredible.
Yes.
They probably need no introduction from us.
They're class.
They're an incredible band.
Yeah, probably good.
It's the best way to describe them. It's kind of like there's these really great like Royal Blood-esque like guitar sounds. I believe it's bassist, drummer, front woman.
Yes. Yeah.
Who is also incredible.
Yeah, she's a great singer, man.
Yeah, great singer, great front woman. I saw them live and it was years ago now, but I saw them in a venue that isn't here anymore called Goody Who.
R.I.P.
Which was a very famous Cardiff venue.
Great.
And
it's like gigging in your mate's front room.
Yeah, gigging in your mate's
your
front room.
Month's moon.
Your freight month's moon. And just everyone there's like they're bobbing their heads, they're like moshing a bit, like everyone's just really like,
bobbing and moshing,
and just having a fucking great time, man.
Any song in particular?
Oh, a song in particular. Well, my choice from them would be Girls Talk.
Oh yeah, that's a fucking tune actually. Yeah.
Like great guitar work, great groove from like beginning to end. Like great groove, mug. And just the lyrical content is really good.
Yeah.
I know that the sort of main line in the chorus is, "Who are you to tell me I don't own my own body?"
Oh wow. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
it's quite
great.
Making a good comment about, I guess, maybe the way women are mistreated by a lot of guys.
Great.
And just
no, that I don't. That's not great. The song. Oh fuck.
Yeah, thanks for clarifying that song.
Oh, yeah, just because it. Oh.
Yeah, I just love misogyny.
Oh, sorry. That was.
Yeah,
the song is fuck.
But anyway, it has a really empowering message.
I agree.
They're a great live band, great instrumentation, songwriting. They're the full package. Yeah. I really recommend seeing them and checking out Girls Talk.
I agree. I also fully rate Head in Transit. That's
song. That's a new one from them. Yeah,
I like
really
that.
good song.
I think really, really good.
Yeah, I'd really love to do a show with them someday. I think
they'd be
good.
They'd be well good.
Yeah, I really want to see them again. Actually, they're so good. When I saw them.
I saw them acoustically actually in the Castle Emporium.
Really?
Show with Bandicoot headline, but it was just the two of them playing, and it was great. I loved it. Like it's weird. It's not often you find like a band that can translate their set acoustically and well, like and enough. Like you can't do the same thing. You can't just rock up with the guitar and vocals, whatever, and just do the exact same thing as you would.
Yeah.
Just less loud. Like you've got to tailor it to the instruments, and you've got to change the arrangement a little bit to make it interesting for the sounds that you're working with. And I think it's great that if you find a band that has like a very solid acoustic set as well as that great full-blown fuck me kind of set.
Yeah,
you
they're
know.
like big, loud rock band.
Yeah.
You know, when I saw them. So
But the
it's great to know
songs
that they
just
can
like you
translate it
like you said, you just
acoustic.
listen to them like in a different way when it's acoustically, and you think, like, that's great.
They're just really well written songs,
Yeah,
I think.
great.
And with like a
Good
lot
shit.
of important sort of messages in the lyrics and
I
such
agree.
as well. Not promoting misogyny.
No,
Anti-misogyny.
definitely not.
Yeah.
Please, can I make that clear?
But yeah, great band. Check out Girls Talk by Chroma on Spotify.
He said it.
Do it.
You do it. He says you do. Cool. I would like to shout out a band called Shlug. And Shlug spelled S-H-L-U-G. Shlug?
S-H-H-H-H. Yes, L-U-G.
Correct. And their song, which I think is genuinely one of the best names for a song I've ever heard in my life, The Scent of Roy Keane. And instantly with the name of that song, I'm like, fuck, what is The Scent of Roy Keane?
Yeah.
I would actually like to know what that man smells like.
He was a footballer, wasn't he? Or
It
something.
was, yeah. Like, I think he still does a little bit, but I think he's retired now.
Okay, probably smells of, I don't know, grass.
Grass and balls.
Grass and sweaty balls.
Grass and sweaty balls. I think that's probably quite
Accurate.
close. Yeah, I think so. But yeah, I actually have some of their merch here. So I have a lighter, which has as one of the, again, a fantastic lyric, which is, I touch myself watching Sky Sports News in the dark, which is an empowering message there from Shlug.
Yeah.
Who doesn't?
I can't afford Sky Sports.
And oh, actually, wait, no, it does better than that. It can do better. It's a fantastic lighter. There you go, hench.
That's jacked.
Oh, I just broke it.
Oh.
Fantastic. Well, Ellis, your lighters are shit,
But they're funny.
but they're funny.
Yeah.
They say funny things. That's generally still works.
Still makes flame.
Still makes flame. That's what we like. Still makes flame.
Still make flame.
Yellow make flame. I'm scared to put that back in my pocket in case it blows up. So that's going to stay over there. Yeah. So their song "Scent of Roy Keane," the Scent of Roy Keane. Let's say. Yeah, like genuinely one of the most entertaining bands I've ever seen live. Just purely, you can go there and it, like straight from the get-go, he's just like screaming in your face. Like within about 30 seconds, he's got his top off, which I love. Yeah. You know. Just get the nips out. He's just ready.
Get them up for the lads.
That's it. Yeah, he's just ready to go. And I love that. Like, I think each performance they do, they kind of like just randomly pick someone from the crowd and was like, right, you play drums. It's like you play guitar. Yeah, that I love. Like, then they bring bring the floor tom out. I think it's the last song that they play. They bring the floor tom out and they give everyone drumsticks and everyone just fucking whacks it.
Yeah.
And it's great.
I really love when bands do that kind of thing. That's
it's
so
good.
much fun.
Real good. Yeah, no, I love them. Great band. They've got 3 songs out, I think, as of today. I think they Swallowing Dove, Scent of Roy Keane, and Self-Hate Portrait, which are all 3 incredibly good songs. My personal favorite is the Scent of Roy Keane. And yeah, I just thought I would shout out Shlug. They recently played the Vulcan Lounge, which I saw them in, which was great. Sweaty, disgusting, filthy. All you want from a gig.
Yeah, from a lovely night on the town.
That is it. And I believe that they're actually playing another gig in club soon. Welsh club, Club Beaverbach.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go to that one.
Yeah.
I haven't seen him yet.
I'll be there. Oh, mate.
Yeah, I really want
Yeah,
to.
prepared to have your pants shat.
Yes, mate.
Yeah.
My pants shat.
Yes.
Makes it sound like it's someone else doing it to me.
Places that, nah. Anyway, right. That concludes episode 4 of the Rock's Not Dead, It Just Smells Bad podcast. Thank you
Yes, it
very
does.
much for listening. My name is Tom Auton.
And my name is Dan, and thank you for listening.
Thank you for listening. And quickly, the past tense of 8.
That is the past tense.
The past tense of 8.
Oat. At?
Oat. No, I like oat.
No, that's good.
Oat's good.
I oat yesterday. I oat some cereal this morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
I'm the greatest Dane, the greatest of all our